guys, what I have here today is my hinge valve vacuum engine. If you don't know what a hinge valve vacuum engine is, well, basically it's a vacuum engine with a hinge valve, little butterfly valve in there, and it's kind of opened and closed, basically like a door hinge, hence the name hinge valve vacuum engine. So this is a very cool engine that I wanted to showcase, and it is kind of a new improved model because it is a bit faster than my first model, which I'll show right here. So that one was my first model, and this is my second, which is a little bit faster, which is the one that I want to showcase today. So it's not much different. All it is just it just has a performance piston, and it has a lot more lube than it probably should, but whatever. But yeah, so here it is, and yeah, so I like this engine a lot because it has a really durable setup. Because unlike an SVS valve, it has, the hinge valve. So there's nothing really to go wrong with it. There's not really much to come apart. The only thing that's malfunctioning for me right now is the cam and axle right there. That little gray 3-stud axle is sliding out of the that crankshaft piece, and then that'll cause it to stop running, and I'll have to kind of push it back in to the crankshaft. So it's not that big of an issue, but definitely whatever I can do to make it not do that anymore, I will try to fix it, because as you saw in the last clip, it didn't run for that long. So I'm gonna include a couple more clips in a minute after I'm done reviewing this. So kind of what's going on is, there's just the little flap in there, and then this is the exhaust port right here, and when I rotate it, you can see that that flap closes the exhaust opening, and then opens the intake, and then you rotate a little more, and then we'll close the intake. Yeah, there we go. It's closed right there. There's just a little bit of a gap, but it's all right. Yeah, and then you can see that the exhaust port opens. But yeah, there's not really much else to talk about the valve. Another thing I want to mention is when you want to make one of these, you want to make sure that you know kind of what you're doing, because this takes a long time. You got to tune it quite a bit. You got to mess with it, because you got to find the right position, you got to find the right length, connecting rod and stuff. You got to find the right length stroke. So you just got to kind of play with it, experiment with it, and see what works best. I've discovered that this setup is probably the best. I haven't tried using a 1.5 stud, camshaft like the ones that are used in performance engines and stuff. Ugh, my hands are greasy. That's because I kind of over-lubed this thing. You can see that there's vegetable oil everywhere, because I ran out of Q-tips and kind of had to pour the vegetable oil in there, so it just kind of made a little bit of a mess. But it's lube, it's whatever, doesn't really matter. But I did use a little more vegetable oil than I kind of wanted to, but yeah. But yeah, so I think this is the fastest hinge valve vacuum engine in the world right now, or on the internet, until KF Plus or LS or anybody else makes one of these. They're probably gonna make it a little bit faster, because I have sanded parts and they've been sanded for a little while, and I kind of regret it because it's giving me some air leaks. You can see that pretty much all of my 4x4 plates have sanded down corners, so they rub on the walls a little bit smoother. It causes a little less friction, but it does give me crappier airflow. So it had a positive effect and also had a negative effect at the same time. So as soon as I can get some more parts, I'm just gonna have to work with this, but it's fine because I can still get an engine to about 6,000 RPM, which is amazing because that is the record. And even with sanded parts, I was still able to get to that kind of RPM, which is insane. So there's not too much more to talk about this engine, but I will talk about kind of what's going on. So as you can tell, I'm not using my black screen or white screen, and I don't have a tripod. I have been using this. That's because all of my equipment is packed because I'm in the process of moving. I'm not going to get into too much detail about that, but all I can say is I'm moving. I don't have the stuff that is required to make a proper and the best quality I can make video. And also my microphone is really kind of breaking, so I haven't been able to really use my camera that much. So as soon as I have a new phone to record with, and as soon as I'm done moving and I have all of my recording equipment, I can get back to regular uploads and regular quality that you're used to seeing. I'm not in that is also explaining my absence. So I apologize that I haven't uploaded in a long time. I'm sorry. It's the moving and it's the bad phone quality, sort of, and I've just been a little bit busy. So I'm not gone. I'm not taking actually I'm taking a break, sort of, but I won't be gone for that long. So hang in there, and I'll be back soon. So yeah, I wanted to make this video to showcase this, since I haven't made a video in a while, and I do really miss making vacuum engines. You guys are my world. I love doing videos for you guys, since the beginning. So that's pretty much going to wrap it up. If you have any questions, let me know. I might make a tutorial for this. I don't know. I'm pretty lazy. But yeah, other than that, yeah. See you guys in the next video.